Welcome, boys and boys. This is our Friday night newscast.
I'm Zach Powers.
And I'm Paul Hartel.
In today's top news, governor pardonings, National Guard arrests, and counties seceding. But we'll have more on that in a little bit.
But for now, to the interviews. Here we have Chris Eddy. So, Chris, tell me what's your favorite thing about Boys State?
Well, I guess my favorite thing about Boys State is probably how we really take on the government. We really all play an active part to make a society work. And it really is just a great way to learn about how our judicial, our legislative, and our executive branches work.
Oh, okay. Well, sounds good, Chris. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a good day.
You too. Here we have Daniel Piscasio. So, Daniel, tell me what's your favorite thing about Boys State?
That's a tough one, you know. I really like meeting everybody. I like my county clerk job, getting to do all the paperwork and learning what goes into running small, big county, city, state governments. And it was just all an interesting experience and had a good time overall.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you, Daniel, for your time.
Thank
all right,
you.
sir. Okay, so here we have Corey Chambers. So, Corey, what's your favorite thing about Boys State?
My favorite thing about Boys State would have to be the sports. All of them, volleyball, softball.
Okay, good choice. Thank you for your
Thanks,
time, Corey.
sir.
You're very welcome. Okay, so here we have Joshua Ferguson. So, Joshua, go on. Tell me your favorite thing about Boys State.
My favorite thing about Boys State was definitely first meeting new people, getting away from the house, back at home, and also I got elected mayor, so it was really nice being able to help lead the city government, getting good assistants and officials. I had awesome people helping me out, and it was awesome getting new laws passed for our city government.
Wow. Okay, great response, Joshua. I appreciate the time.
Thank you, sir. Mr.
Thank
Paul.
you, sir. Okay, so here we have Tony Hayes. So, Tony, tell me your favorite thing about Boys State.
I think it would definitely have to be meeting all these new friends. You know, once you get going into your senior year, you've pretty much hung out with the same group of people for the past 3-4 years of your life. So meeting all these new people is really great. And that, and maybe even the guest speakers. I really enjoy listening to all the guest speakers. They're really, really great, and definitely favorite part about Boys State.
Okay, good answer, Tony. I appreciate the time.
Yep.
Thank you, sir. Here we have Bryce Hickey. So, Bryce, what's your favorite thing about Boys State?
Well, even though we're here learning about government and the legal system, I think it's great that we get to incorporate physical activity and just playing sports with our friends and everything. I think it's good that they added that to the schedule.
Yes, I agree completely. Well, thank you for your time, Bryce.
Thank you.
Have a good day, sir.
Thanks, you too.
Okay, I'm here with your governor, Damian Cook.
Howdy.
How's it going? Damian, what's something that you got done this week?
Well, the Board of Public Works, along with the House of Delegates and the Senate, has proposed several bills to each other, and even there's been a few that have gone through all three and have been approved, and that we have signed into laws for Boys State, and we're working on sending a couple up to Charleston for the West Virginia state government to approve, hopefully.
Thank you, Damian.
Yep, anytime.
Go.
Here we have Jack McGee. So, Jack, what have you accomplished throughout Boys State?
Well, I think we've working past through some meaningful legislation to reform the ballots, specifically the consistency between the name under the picture and the name actually on the ballot. And I've gone through several site checks, and most of the election results have appeared to be valid. And I think justice has been served.
Our Secretary of State, Jack McGee. Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Here we have Hashim Paracha. So, Hashim, how does it feel to be the minority representative in Senate?
Well, it's a great honor representing the minority in the Senate. I have the opportunity to strengthen the voice of people who usually don't get heard on the floor in the Senate, and we regularly pass bills, and it's an honor to be there with the whole population and to better the state of Boys State.
Well, I'm very glad that you appreciate your position so much.
So am I.
Thank you, sir, for your time.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm here with John Baer. I'm a band member here at Mountaineers Boys State. John, would you tell us what it's like to be in the band, and how do you feel about playing in the band?
Yes. I think it's a great experience. I think that most of the band members are very dedicated, and I think that
Mr. Drew Ayers is very competent, and he's very good at what he does. His arrangements are very good, and I think that he's doing a great job with the band, and I'm very glad to be in it.
Thank you, Zach. Thank you very much for this interview.
Okay, I'm here with Counselor Matt Anderson. Matt, what's your favorite thing about Boys State?
You know, guys, I really like the breakfasts, especially the Jiffies. My goal here as a senior counselor in Randolph Cottage is for you guys to have the best dang Jiffies on your plate every breakfast. Fortunately, we get them one morning, but we got to do what we got.
All right, good answer. Thanks, Matt.
Absolutely.
Here we have Roger Hayes. Personally, my favorite counselor on camp. So, Roger, tell me your favorite thing about Boys State.
Well, let me think about that. That'd be Saturday morning.
Great response, Roger. Thank you
All
for your
right.
time, sir.
Okay.
Those were some words from our counselors, state officials, and fellow citizens.
Now let's take it back to the news desk.
Here are our top stories for tonight. To you, Zach.
Thanks, Paul. Our first top story. As you may have heard, the Charleston State Senate trip took a very interesting turn when they arrived back. Nathan Monroe was arrested by National Guard officials as soon as he stepped back on the campus grounds. Now, as hearsay and what I have been told, he was arrested for desertion of the National Guard. But it has all been taken care of because the governor himself pardoned Mr. Monroe. So, all is good. I'm here at Webster County with Andrew Calla, a member of the Webster County Militia. Now, Andrew, would you please tell us what happened or the complete story with you and the Lewis County?
Alright, so basically what happened is me and a few members of our militia, Tool and I can't remember the other person, but standing out here commanding our toll booth, and we look down across our territory and we see a bunch of people running across the field with a laptop. They come up to us and give us this paper saying that Lewis County is going to be taking over Webster County, and obviously we didn't want to deal with that. And they gave us a laptop and saying, and had a list of a whole bunch of demands, and basically what happened is we held onto the laptop until the bank officials got here, and then our magistrate judge basically gave us a warrant, and our county commission activated us, and we went down to Lewis County, and we basically tried to find out who did this bank robbery, but everything has been returned and no arrests have been made yet.
Alright, sounds good. Well, thank you very much for this interview. Now back to the news desk.
Feeling hungry? Well, here's the menu. Back to you, Zach.
Thanks, Paul. I am sad to announce that I'm going to read our last breakfast here at Boys State. Here it is. Oh, what a breakfast it is. We are having eggs downstairs because eggs upstairs is too mainstream. Sausage gravy biscuits, hot and cold cereal, bananas, apples, orange juice, and my personal favorite drink, milk.
Unfortunately, we will not be having Jiffies. I apologize, Matt Anderson, but you're awesome. But the Jiffies, they're not going to be on our plate.
I'm still completely unsure what the heck a Jiffy is.
I think it's something to do with bread, a sausage, and a stick.
So like a corn dog?
Something like that.
Okay, whatever.
Anyway, here's the weather. I can see clearly now the rain has gone.
Oh, you're right, Paul. There is no rain tomorrow because for tomorrow's weather, we have a high of 81 and a low of 55, and it will be partly cloudy.
Partly. In other words, some crazy stuff has gone down here at Boys State. So Zach's going to go ahead and inform you guys what's going on.
This just in.
Just in.
A missing child.
Oh my God.
This child has been missing for 10 years.
10 whole years. That's a long time.
I mean, That's such a big chunk out of this child's life. 10 years.
Don't even know what to say. Speechless. On to the next story. Zachary?
Apparently there has been some form of fire or arsony down at Gilmer County. Unfortunately, we have not received all of the details, but if you would like details, go to your local fire marshal or come to the newscast studio.
They'll tell you all about it. This is it for our Friday night newscast. Unfortunately, this will be our last webcast. So, for the last time, this is Irish Paul.
This is Zach Powers.
Signing off.